Oh, what's going on, guys? Aggronix here, and welcome to week 5 of the PCL Season 3. Today we jump into our battle against Ian Unlucky and what the fuck's his name again? Ferris State Boldores. Today we play Ian, and I'm really nervous about this game. We are still 4-0. We have 4 wins, 0 losses. I want to keep up this record that we have, but we have to play a Mega Aggron, and I'm not looking forward to it. His team is just great all around. And you can see it on the right here, or sorry, on the left of your screen. Hello, my dyslexic. You can see on the left of your screen right here, very scary team. Definitely scared of the Mega Aggron Clefable Core. That thing is disgusting. Salamence is so scary with the Z move, Z Dragon Dance. I think it just restores your stat changes, so it's scary, but Z Dragon Dance is something that I don't really see coming. Kyurem is a threat in its own right. Gothitelle could trap things. I do not have a great track record against Gothitelle. And overall, his team is just really good. And in terms of what I brought, I was really nervous about this game. So you'll see the team that we brought is pretty good. Also, I'm playing this on Wednesday, so it's a little bit early. But I really wanted to play this game because I just really want to play it. Actually, I should log in. Oh, you shouldn't see my password. So we start off the team and we have Mega Scizor right here. So this is really conflicting because I'm running Bullet Punch U-Turn Roost. That's of course because it's Mega Scizor and that's what it does. However, I'm running 40 speed to outspeed a speed creeping Gothitelle. The last move was really annoying because I wanted to run Superpower for Aggron, but I also wanted to run Knockoff for Golurk. In the end I went with Knockoff just because I have stuff that can one-shot Aggron, but not a lot of things on my team can deal with Golurk. And Golurk is a man that I really see coming, just because it's a great matchup against my team. I mean, it was Tapu Koko to a certain extent. It could take hits from Torn if it's Assault Vest and Ice Punch it. It takes a hit from Nidoking if it's Assault Vest and Earthquakes it. It beats Uxie with Shadow Punch. Beats Kamala with Dynamic Punch. It's just really scary. Why am I shivering? Holy shit, it's so cold in my room. And it's just a man that I really see coming. I'll actually go through what I think he's going to bring in a second. So I wanted to bring Knockoff and Roost for reliable recovery. Scizor is my good check to Heracross. Really good check to Heracross. Close combat does 40% max if he's Choice Scarf. And if he's not Choice Scarf and he does kill Scizor, it doesn't matter because he doesn't outspeed my Koko and my Torn, so it's fine. Next we have Rex, the Nidoking, Life Orb, Sheer Force with Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. Very super duper standard. Earth Power, Sludge Wave, of course, for Mega Aggron and Clefable respectively. Ice Beam is there for the Salamence. Also hits the Golurk and the Venusaur. And Thunderbolt is there for the Blastoise. I don't know if I'll ever click Thunderbolt, but it's there just in case we need it. Thunderbolt does about 70% of Blastoise to a physically defensive set, which is really nice. And Earth Power and Sludge Wave do a ton to Aggron and Clefable. Next we have Tapu Koko, Fury, Zap Plate, Electric Surge with Wild Charge, Dazzling Gleam, U-Turn, and Brave Bird. Max attack, enough speed to outspeed a max speed. What was it again? Max speed Salamence. With Dazzling Gleam, there hits the Salamence and the Kyurem. Wild Charge hits the Blastoise. It hits most things for huge damage. It hits Clefable for about 60%, which is really nice. Actually, should we run Naughty or Haste or Lonely? I think we should be running this, because I'm going to be swapping into either Blastoise or Clefable. Yeah, I'm going to run that. So yeah, we're running Zapplate just because with the Zapplate we do about 40% to Aggron, which is crazy. Not a max defense one, but an impish one. U-Turn is there for initiative, and Brave Bird is there for the Heracross. It's also there for the Venusaur, which we can't really hit, as you can tell from our set. And then the rest of the thing is just in special attack. Next we have Skillet the Komala. Now Komala is a mon that I've only brought once this season, and I really wanted to use it again this week. Champs are telling me not to drop it. I feel like I should drop it and get a better mon, but I'm giving it this last opportunity to prove me wrong. Leftovers Comatose with Wish, Protect, Rapid Spin, and U-Turn. Now, I didn't want to run U-Turn. I wanted to run Return or like Facade, not Facade, you know, Jesus, or maybe like Earthquake, I think it gets, but if they do that, I would get trapped by the Gothitelle, and I really don't want that, because Kamala is one of the few things on my team that can wall the likes of Venusaur, it can wall Houndoom, it can switch into Clefable, Special Salamence maybe. Kyurem Life Orb does about 70% with Draco, so it's a nice switch in just to let something die, and then go into Coco or whatever, and, you know, do damage to it that way. And it's nice, and especially for Rapspin. It's actually a really good switch into Blastoise, because Blastoise cannot burn us with Scald, which is really nice. Next we have Tempest, Tornadus, Therian, Flyinium Z, Regenerator with Hurricane, U-Turn, Sludge Wave, and Heat Wave, rocking 168 in HP, 52 in Special Attack, and 88 in Speed, with a Timid Nature. Now, the Nature doesn't really matter, U-Turn's going to do damage anyway. It's not there for damage, it's there for initiative. Hurricane is there because it hits Heracross, it also hits the Venusaur, and it's just a good stab move. Flyinium Z with Hurricane does about 40% to Aggron, which is really good, in case I don't want to go for Heat Wave and miss. You know, Heat Wave does about the same as a Z Hurricane, which is nice. Sludge Wave is there for obviously the Clefable, and Heat Wave is there for the Aggron. Unfortunately with this set, I don't hit Salamence or Kyurem super effectively, because the best thing that this gets is Icy Wind for Salamence, maybe Superpower for Kyurem. But if I ran Superpower, I have to get rid of either Sludge Wave or Heat Wave, and I needed to be able to hit both Aggron and Clefable super effectively, because they're too scary, you know. Tornadus is a great switch-in to stuff like Blastoise, Heracross Sweep can't really happen while Tornadus is alive, which is nice, as long as he's Choice Scarf, obviously. Also, the Electivire on his team, you might notice I'm not bringing it up, it's because he doesn't have it yet. That trade is active week 6, this is week 5, so he's only allowed to use Gorbis, which I don't see coming, only because why would he give up a Mon? And he's actually, I've talked to him about it, he says he doesn't really like Gorbis that much. Why would he bring a Mon that he doesn't like using, and that he won't be able to use next week, you know? It's different with Champ when he drops Heatran, Mega Blastoise, and Zapdos. He has to bring them, because they're the best Mons in his team, you know the way? But Gorbis was just a tier 4 or 5 Mon that he got, so I don't really see Gorbis coming. He could, and if he Shell Smashes, we're in a bit of trouble, but I purposely made it so that everything on my team couldn't really get set up on, or at least if it did, I'd be able to do something, basically. Finally, we have Slippy, the Seismitoad, Leftovers, Water Absorb, with Stealth Rock, Sludge Wave, Earth Power, and Scald. Now, max physically defensive walls, not only the Aggron, we can swap really, really easily into Aggron. We can also swap into the likes of Heracross. You're gonna hear me bring up Heracross a lot, because Heracross is scary. Also Golurk, Electivire, if he was bringing Electivire, which he can't. But it's really, really good against a lot of the Mons on his team. With Sludge Wave, we do about 35% to Clefable, which is nice. If we need to pick it off, we do at speed Clefable, which is nice. Earth Power there hits the Aggron super effectively, does about 40% again. And Scald is there for the Golurk, and the Houndoom, stuff like that. I wanted to run Ice Beam, but Seismitoad doesn't get Ice Beam. I could run Ice Punch, but Ice Punch with the Yachi Berry on Salamence, it just wasn't good enough. I'm hoping that I Scald and I Burn. That's my best bet. I can't let the Salamence set up on me, because if he does, it could just be game over, and I really, really don't want that. So that's the team. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a good team. I'm gonna have to play my absolute best stuff. If you guys are excited, make sure to heavy slam the like button down below first, and subscribe if you're not already to commemorate. And let's get into this. I've given up talking, it's way too cold. Let's just get into the game. Ian, good luck, my friend. While we're just waiting for Ian to send me the battle request, I'll just go through what I think he's going to bring. Like I said, I think Aggron Clefable is pretty much guaranteed. I think Salamence is guaranteed as well. Gothitelle I think is guaranteed. And then the last two, Golurk or Blastoise. Venusaur is a good matchup as well, so I don't know how that fits in. I think Heracross is really good as well, so we'll just have to see what happens. But as you can see, it's a custom game right here. We're going to get into this. Yep. So he does no Salamence, and he does bring the Venusaur and the Blastoise. Golurk. Okay. Alright, I'm so happy not to see the Salamence, because that thing was so annoying. Good luck, Ian. Ian is actually 2-2, so he's doing really well. So a win here would be huge for him, so we obviously don't want to give him that privilege. Leads on his end, I think he's going to lead with the Clef. No, maybe not the Clef. I think he's going to bring the Aggron. the Golurk or the Goth first. I obviously don't want to lead with Seismitoad because it just gets trapped first turn. I think Scizor is a good lead. I think Scizor is a good lead because we can U-turn out on the Goth. We can possibly knock off the Golurk if we're feeling really fucking shit. Leads are really tough with his team though. I think he will lead with the Golurk though. If I really think I'll lead with Seismitoad, but there's always a chance to lead with Goth, so I'm gonna lead with Scizor. I think he'll lead with Golurk though. He does lead with the Golurk. We are defensive, Scizor. So I just want to calc, I believe, a choice banded. Oh, he'll easily kill me, but I just want to see how much I'll do to him. Also, he could be fast, so he could straight up outspeed me. Fire Punch. Well, Earthquake only does that much, but a Fire Punch will easily just one-shot me. Easily. Out of curiosity, how much would Knockoff do? A ton, but I don't want to let my Scizor die first turn, so I think I'm going to swap straight into Seismitoad. If he swaps out into Blastoise or Venusaur, well, if he swaps on a Venusaur, that would be really upset, but I don't think he will. I think I'm going to swap in a Slippy. Goes for Fire Punch, that's perfect. No burn, which is nice. And I think right here I'm going to go out into Scizor, predicting Goth. I could also go on a Coco because I think Goth or Venusaur are going to come out. So I could go on a Torn. Torn would be pretty good as well. Go on a Torn. Tapu Koko sucks because if he stays in, if he stays in, he's going for Earthquake, so I'm going to go on a Torn. We do swap out, so we are faster as he does swap out himself, and he goes at a Blastoise. So that's pretty interesting. Swap at a Blastoise, okay. So right here, I think I'm going to, I could just Hurricane. Try to get some damage off. If I missed, it's whatever. I could also U-turn. His switch into this thing is probably... Honestly, you could just stay in. But I have a really good switch in this thing in Komala, so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to U-turn. He does just stay in. We could go on a Seismitoad, but I think I'm going to go straight into Komala. He's probably just going to go for Scald right here. As he does. Komala obviously can't get burned. He does get a crit, which is unfortunate, but it's not that big a deal. I'm just going to U-turn right here. Possibly catch the Komala or the Aggron, or sorry, not the Komala, the Clefable, the Goth, or the Aggron swapping in. The only thing is about me going into Nidoking on the Aggron is that Goth could trap me. But I think we two-shot Goth, so it's okay. But I'm hoping to catch him right here. Hopefully he goes into Golurk, maybe. I don't know. He does swap out. He does go on a Aggron. Stop hitting yours. Oh no, you made me feel bad. So right here, I think I'm gonna go into Nidoking. Just to calc. Just a calc. If he's just that. And I go into Nidoking, can I two-shot? Because Nidoking's really important to me winning, so I probably should know this. Whoa, that was last week. Yeah, I basically can. So I think I am going to go into Nidoking. Stop hitting yourself, cool. We're going to go to Nidoking. And I think we're just going to click Earth Power. It's good against his entire team. If he swaps in a Goth and it's Choice Scarf, if it's Choice Scarf, he can't one-shot me if he's Choice Scarf. And if he's Choice Scarf, you know what? He got me good, but I have to click Earth Power. Just going to David the Gothitelle. That does very little, so he's definitely a bulky set. I'm going to go for Sludge Wave right here. I'm going to not kill, but he probably shouldn't be able to kill me right here, as he doesn't. And I can safely click Earth Power right here because... so we killed the Gothitelle. Alright. That's nice. The only thing is that Nidoking can't take any more damage, which means it's not really a switch in... it's not really a switch into Clefable anymore, which is kind of scary. Because it was a really good switch into like Thunder Wave, Moonblast. But he does go on a Golurk. I think an Earthquake is coming right here. So I kind of want to go on a Torn. I really think an Earthquake is coming. I'm going to go on a Torn. Goes for Drain Punch. Okay. So I think I'm going to U-turn out. I want to click Hurricane, but if, you know, I won't kill this thing. And he's just going to go for, he's just going to go for Stone Edge. So I'm going to U-turn. If he does swap out, it'll give me momentum. He does swap out. He does go on a Clefable, treble the Clefable. So I'm going to go into Nidoking. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to force him to make these plays. That's why I like the team so much. So I'm going to go for Sludge Wave. If he swaps into Aggron, I really don't care. If he does, I mean, fair play, but... we're going to go for Sludge Wave right here. It probably won't kill, depending on his set, but it will do so much damage that he won't be able to recover. Or at least I won't let him. So Nidoking putting in a huge amount of work right now. I could see a swap in either Blastoise, or again the Aggron, but I don't know. I don't think Aggron would be the right play. He also he does go into DQ the Venusaur. Takes a big hit with the Sludge Wave, and we see the Black Sludge. So we did 47%. We did 47% with a Sludge Wave. What did we go for? Sludge Wave? We did 47%. So he's definitely... something like this. Which means an Ice Beam. Ice Beam is pretty much guaranteed to kill. How much do I want to risk that? See, now that Goth is dead, Kamala's really good at walling 3 things in his team. I got Ice Beam right here. If I don't kill, though, I'm in a huge amount of trouble. I'm in a huge amount of trouble. And knowing my luck, I probably won't kill. Could always swap in a Torn. I'm going to swap in a Torn. I'm not going to risk it. I can't risk it. He's just going to go for Giga Drain. As he does. I think right here I'm just going to go for Hurricane. Not even going to go for the Z move. I could also go for Heat Wave, but I think I just want to go for Hurricane. I think he will swap out. I think he's going to go into the Clef. Maybe the Aggron. So maybe I should Z Hurricane, but I don't want to risk it just... I don't want to waste it, sorry. Just yet. I think I'll go for Hurricane. So right, he just going to Aggron, so I could have clicked Heat Wave. We do miss the Hurricane, which is unfortunate. And we are going to go for U-turn. Because it's free against this Aggron. And he's probably just going to put up his rocks. To be honest. He's probably just going to put up his rocks. We're going to Mega... Or he's going to Mega off, sorry. I got a crit in the U-turn, which is not really that big a deal. And we're going to Seismitoad, my boy. He goes for T-Wave, which is wonderful. If I went into Nidoking, he'd be in so much trouble right now. I don't really want to put up my Stealth Rocks because I want to keep the momentum going. And I think he's going to swap in either Clef or Venusaur. So I think I'm going to swap in a... I need to be very, very careful. I need to be very, very careful because Slippy's all I have to wall that Golurk. And this. If I Scald, right, and he just goes into the Clefable, I'm in a lot of trouble. He could just Stealth Rock. I'm gonna click Earth Power because I think the Venusaur's coming in. He goes in a Blastoise. So the thing is, right? I want to actually check something. I want to check something. Blastoise, you get grass knot, don't you? You don't. You don't. Blastoise doesn't get grass knot. I don't really want to make the same play again by going into Kamala. This thing is water absorb, so I'm pretty like safe here. I'm gonna go for Stealth Rock. Goes for Hidden Power, grass. Well played by him. And right here, I'm gonna go into my Tapu Koko. Yes. Goes for Rapid Spin. And I think so this is where it gets really, really tough. I think he'll stay in, but even if he does, I don't care. He does withdraw. He does go on a Golurk. That does a lot of damage, and we're gonna go on a Seismitoad. He's leftovers. Okay, he's leftovers. Okay, so he's not choice banded. Not even close. I'm gonna click Scald. Could also Stealth Rock, but I want to get damage off. We do go for Scald. Burn. We don't burn. A burn would have been so great for us. He's probably gonna swap out, but I can't. He's probably gonna swap in a Venusaur. I feel like I would if I was in his position. If he does attack, he's gonna go for Earthquake, so I'm gonna go on a Torn. Goes going to Clefable. Okay, Clefable. So this is where it gets kind of tricky. I think I U-turn and go into Rex. I assume Clefable kills. I mean, it has to. No, I actually can't, because if he... Actually, we could live, but it's a really, really bad roll. It's a really bad roll. I think I just go for Hurricane. I could go for Z Hurricane. Don't regret this. See, because if he goes for Cosmic Power here, I lose. And I don't want that. If he swaps in a Blastoise instead, if he goes in an Aggron, I'll take so much damage, and that's guaranteed damage. He does stay in! That does a ton of damage. T-Wave, Moonblast. That is absolutely fine. And I think I'm just gonna go for I think I go for Sludge Wave. If he goes in an Aggron, that's fine. We do kill the Clefable, which is so big because Clefable was so scary. So at this point we just need to... Aggron is still scary. Don't get me wrong, Aggron is still really freaking scary. I'm gonna U-turn. I'm gonna U-turn. Get another crit. See, I'm gonna go on a Slippy because Slippy doesn't need to be alive anymore. He goes for Heavy Slam. That'll do very... Oh my god, that does a ton. But we do outspeed this thing, which is really nice. So I'm gonna go for Earth Power. If he swaps in a Venusaur, we get damage off, and if he goes in a Golurk, just going to Blastoise. And I mean, he has to click Hidden Power, right? He has to click Hidden Power. Oh, I can get a Wish and a command. Hi. Go in a Golurk. Good play. He has Drain Punch though. He's got Drain Punch. He wouldn't click Fire Punch here. He's got leftovers, so I doubt he's max speed. And Scizor doesn't do too much anymore. I really doubt he'd go for Fire Punch. If he does... Actually, if he does, I don't think he can one-shot anymore, because we've already established... Actually, that's Mega Scizor. Don't get this wrong. Don't get this wrong. I didn't get this wrong. He's gonna get recovery back, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna go for the knockoff, try to get damage off in this thing. We probably don't outspeed. We do outspeed. We get a lot of damage off. Fire Punch is going to probably pick us off, which is fine. And does U-turn kill? I want to make sure, because I don't want to fuck this up. U-turn definitely kills. I can't. I'm sorry, dude. I really can't. The U-turn is gonna kill this thing, and we're gonna go into. Ooh, it's actually a little bit of a tricky situation. Now I think I can go into Kamala, force him to go into Aggron. It's the only thing I'm gonna do. Let Slippy die and go into Rex. I think that's a good play. And I think that is what I'm going to do. And we should outspeed the aggro as well, so we can get another U-turn off. So I think the aggron will come in. Aggron does come in. We do outspeed, which is nice. Another 4%. We go into Slippy, we just let this thing die. Heavy Slam comes off. Ton of damage. And we go into Rex, the Nidoking. I think Nidoking's killed 2 mons so far. This might be the 3rd, depending on what happens. He does swap out, he does go into Blastoise. It's a ton of damage. We definitely have to beat this thing, guaranteed. This thing's gonna die. I think Venusaur's gonna come in. But we should kill, or should we should outspeed the Venusaur? I don't know if be careful about this now. In comes Venusaur. Nidoking's the only thing on my team that can kill this thing. Or sorry, one-shot the Aggron. So I'm gonna go into Torn. Goes for Sludge Bomb. Good play. Poison comes off, which is unfortunate. Goes on an Aggron. And Torn is, I mean, I could U-turn, but no, it's wrong. So as long as we land this, it's very easy. We do land it, which is great, which means we get to go. See, if he didn't get poison there, it would have been a 4-0. But we get to go on a Coco right here. A Venusaur is left, or Black Sludge, sorry, so we are going to be able to go for Brave Bird and take this thing out, I believe, which is right, and we get a 3-0 against Unlucky and the Ferris State Boulders. GG to Ian, a good game. I was really worried about playing him. You know, his team's very scary. I was expecting, you know, Cosmic Power, Clefable. It might have been Cosmic Power. But to be honest, we won the game. That's all that matters. We got out on top. Kamala putting in a great amount of work. Toad, you know, MVP as always, just putting in so much pressure. Nidoking I think deserves the MVP this week because I think it killed 3 mons. Torn killing 1 in Aggron, and then Coco killing Venusaur. Who killed Golurk again? I think it was Torn actually. No, actually it was Coco, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Coco. So Coco picking up 2 kills. Really good showing for the Cork City Cyndaquils. I'm really enjoying this team I'm using. And I can tell you right now, I'm not dropping Komala because I like this. I like it too much. Even though, you know, even though we had, you know, a few rough games with it, where I couldn't bring it, and you know, the game that did I save that? Shit. Oh no, I have to ask him if he saved the replay. Anyway, that was a really good game anyway. Okay, thank God. Gray, you're a lifesaver. Gray saved it. I didn't even think about it. Sorry, guys. But I'm just so happy that we won. Torn putting in a huge amount of work. Nidoking, good as always. You know, Scizor not getting able to do too much, but the damage on Golurk was so important. And I'm just happy we came out with the W. If you guys are excited that your Cork Series Cyndaquils are 5-0. 5-0. I can't believe it. If you guys are excited for more, make sure to have something like down below first and subscribe. And with that being said, bye-bye.